how do you maintain making sure someone has a genuine interest in networking and they're not coming for just superficial?
So, two things. I think I'm Hitler. I call myself Hitler. I tell everyone this. I'm very involved. I know as a founder, they say that at some point you should kind of not be so in the process because it has to happen seamlessly. And founders can't be at every event. Founders can't be everywhere. How will you scale? I get these questions all the time. That's one. I'm very, very involved. And my team is very, very involved. Events are curated in a way that if you do not believe or you don't believe in the topic or you don't have anything to do with it, don't come. And I'm very clear when people are signing up to our membership what to expect and what not to expect. This is not a miracle. Overnight, you don't get success. It takes effort from your side. It's like starting a diet. Okay, the nutritionist will meet you. They'll give you the diet, but the point is then you have to follow it, right? Same thing. So you join our subscription, you join our community. The effort comes from you. We are very event focused. I'm very big on face to face networking. I'm very big on this, the energy. I if you had told me to do this over Zoom, it's a whole different thing. I think like we enter in the energy match, right? So that's what I'm big on, and I tell people don't join our community if you can't come to events because our events are the core. You will actually succeed when you come down to our events. So that's one. Two is you know a person when you meet them if they're genuine or not instantly. Anyone can do this.
How?
That's the intention. The intention. What are you asking me? What are you telling me? Are you only coming to me first and saying, hi, so this is what I do? What about asking me what I do? What about the interest in the other person? Second thing is, are you only talking work? I notice a lot of people come to our events for the first, they'll join the community and then in the first 2 months, they'll come to 4 events with their visiting cards, dishing out their visiting cards. Hey, this is what I do, this is what I do, this is what I do. You don't even know what I do. So you just have come to gain business. That is not how it works. That I know instantly that person's not going to last because it has to be a conversation. I've seen people today at one of our events, one girl told me, she's like, Shaan, I went to meet a client and she's an interior designer. And she's like, the lady told me, I'm so happy to meet you. 8 people recommended you from the networking group. And she's like, Shaan, thank you. And I said, you don't need to thank me. You've done it. You've come consistently sincerely to all these events, introduced yourself, made conversation, never been the first one to leave, never been the last one to enter. These things make a difference. This is how you make an impact. So I think it's more about the conversations you strike up. You don't only talk about your work. Also, of course, feedback from other people. You get to know, listen, you worked with so and so, how was the work? Always give referrals. Always say I worked with them as well so that people can do their checks. But I think for me, what I'm building here is more about like you said, the genuine aspect of it and not only business friendships.
I really, really enjoyed that, what you said about the fact that networking, because I think everyone here, even listening, will be like, I thought networking was about selling yourself and selling like what you do. And here, this is my business card. I give out like at least 10 in the first minute.
Oh God, that's the worst.
So it's very interesting. Can you tell me more about this? That why shouldn't someone, okay, not that, it's not a why shouldn't they, but what should they do? What is networking really about when you're at the event?
So one, your business card is not a pamphlet. It's not something you come to an event and just say, it's like going back to your boss and saying, today I gave out 100 business cards. That's not your winning ticket. That's not something that will bring you the success in the work. I think the simplest way to put it is don't think of it as how much business did you get in the room. Or if 10 of us are in the room, let me identify who will be my client. Listen, we cannot ever assume who's going to be your client. The most unassuming people who you will think are going to be your client, they will be. It's like when you walk into a store, right? You say, oh, this one's going to buy, that one's not going to buy. You ask a salesperson, they'll always tell you it's the opposite way. So don't think of it as you need to pitch to everybody. And when you go to a networking event, if there's a room of 100, always try to meet only 50 to 60. You do not try to meet all 100. That is wrong. Those people who do that, giving 100 business cards, that's where your downfall. Now, the second thing is, when you go to an event, always have a ready introduction. But always want to make conversation and go ready to ask them what they do. Why are you here? How often do you come to these events? How has it helped you? What's been your growth in this networking? I love when people, I see so many people, I stand on the sidelines and listen.
Yeah.
I love when they ask these questions, how long have you been with NNI? How has it helped you? Who have you met? And the best part is when there's a newbie and they introduce them to everybody else.
That's amazing. So that's how you know it's also genuine. But also, yeah, so networking is not just about selling yourself, it's also about understanding what the other person does. And now that I'm saying it, it's obvious because then only you'll know if you are going to
Yeah.
work together, if you're going to gel together.